And are you ready for a Grand Bridal Fashion Show as we celebrate the month of weddings this June? Well, some of the country's renowned fashion designers are coming together tomorrow for the 9th edition of Marry Me at Marriott. Now, some of the headliners are Dubai-based Filipino designer Ezra Santos together with celebrated designers Rhett Eala, Andrada, and Val Taguba. And lucky for me, before they get all busy and down, to this wonderful fashion show, we do have the four of them joining us right now in the studio. So good morning to all of you. Thank you so much for being with us here on set. I know it's quite early.
I know.
Yes?
Thank you very much.
Hindi ba sanay yung mga designers na magising na maaga?
Oh, I'm an early riser.
You are, and Rhett? Yeah, okay.
Yes,
Yes, okay. So that must be the trend as to why all of you are so successful. Is that you like waking up, so early. Well, going back to, why we're all here, the theme for this year's Marry Me at Marriott is paving actually the way for more winning moments. And, all of our designers here have absolutely tons and dozens of winning moments. So I'd like to start with Ezra. How do you do it? You just arrived from Dubai and you're already here, joining fashion shows. So tell me a little bit about the wonderful creations of what can we expect dito sa Marry Me at Marriott.
of course, I'm bringing the glamour of Dubai to Manila.
There you go, why not?
So expect the bling.
Okay. You have designed what? For Bollywood, Hollywood, royals, chic, lahat na. Tell me about the designs that you will showcase. Big?
Well, of course, if as a designer in Dubai, it has to always be
Really?
It has to be grand and glamorous. The bigger, the better. The blingy, the better.
The blingy, the better. Okay, that is going to be our quote for this morning. And of course, Albert, this is not your first time. You have done this Marry Me at Marriott
Yes.
several times.
It's my third time.
Okay, so
Yeah.
tell me a little bit about what would you say that makes this, fashion show quite unique and would make you want to keep coming back and being part of this?
Yes, first of all, like Marriott organizes this fashion event, this bridal event, so nicely, so properly, and I'm so impressed with them, and I'm very grateful that they're having me the third time. And also, like the other designers also are very helpful.
Yes.
And I'm so happy to be with my friends like Ezra and Val, and of course Rhett here. And we're so happy to be together again in this wonderful event. And this event, people are looking forward to this event every year.
Yes.
So, I'm so grateful to be one of them again.
You also have time. Like Ez, you are also quite busy. You're also preparing for your Paris.
Yes.
Diba?
Yes,
in July.
Yes, yeah.
Next month na yun.
Pero like what I said, I've been all over.
Yeah.
I just been
This is
there.
nothing to you. You guys can dish this out quite easily.
Yes, but every event for us is very important. Every fashion show
Okay.
we attend to is very important to us.
Yes. So, of course, and for us as viewers and, looking for the latest trends, we actually gravitate towards all of you to keep us inspired. Rhett, you have been inspiring us for how many years? I know you're not going to tell me.
5.
Only 5 years, but you have done amazing things, in just 5 years. And of course, you're here to showcase your work in the Marry Me at Marriott. Tell me a little bit about what this means for you, having been, designing for 5 years, for so many years. What's the importance of an event such as this?
Well, I haven't done a big show like this
Okay.
since the pandemic.
Oh, all right.
Okay, so this is the first show, the first couture show I'm doing.
And so how excited have you been preparing and what have you...
Well, I have to relearn a lot of new things.
Really?
And of course, it's a different climate now, right?
How different? How so?
Well, people are more personal. People are more detailed, and well, it's a new era, I guess.
Okay, and speaking of era, Val here, you have been through so many eras. I mean, you have designed, I mean, for the moms and now even for their daughters, and you are still around. And of course, for, mga Miss Universe and whatnot, you have always been there. How would you best describe, Val, of course, the latest trends pagdating sa mga bridal wear?
Actually, I still stick on my aesthetics as far as the bridal designs are concerned, like ball gowns and serpentine silhouettes like that.
Okay, so parang the classics are always there.
Yeah, always,
it
yes,
never goes out of style.
I think so, yes.
Okay, so the classics are there, but you say bigger is better.
Well, actually, it really, for me, a bride, it really depends on the taste of the bride.
Okay.
So there are brides that are very simple. There are brides that are very glamorous. There are brides that really want something big. Okay, so I adapt to their style and make sure that the dress fits the bride perfectly in terms of personality, style, and trend.
And you take the bride into consideration, but also when you create, like in Dubai, you also take our culture into consideration in terms of
Yes.
creating your designs. What would you say would be like the pinaka, very Pinoy, very Filipino when it comes to your design? Well, what is the must-haves in terms of creating your designs that is like uniquely Pinoy?
Well, I think it's,
Aside from having you as the designer, that's already quite uniquely Filipino.
of course, being a Filipino, I will always inject that Filipino taste in a way in my designs. Okay.
What,
Uh,
the beads, the
It's
fabric?
it's more. I try to use some of our native fabrics if I can, but as I'm based in Dubai, so I try to inject it in a little bit of the cut, a little bit of the style, sometimes of the style, sometimes of the beadwork.
Okay. And okay, so that would be like your style. When it comes to, it's been a while since I've worn my own wedding gown. What are the latest trends for Rhett and Albert when it comes now? Okay, this is your first, fashion show. But what would you say would be the latest trends when it comes to bridal wear? Are we still big? Are we more, simple? Where are we headed?
Can say that there's still big ones, there's still slim ones. Like Esther said, it depends upon the
Okay.
personality of the individual, of the bride. And one more thing, after the pandemic, like people go for more simple wedding gowns.
Okay, yes, that
in
was
the Philippines. So I've been based in Dubai for 20 years, then adjusting to a more simple silhouette is quite difficult for me. So I'm just in between. So it really depends upon the personality of the bride.
Yeah, because when we go to the fashion show, diba, you are giving us ideas. You are already, parang mesmerizing us. Ladies, this is what you want to look like when you walk down the aisle. What is it? Tell me about your fashion or your...
But actually, when a bride goes to you, they have their own idea.
We do, that's right.
And then they also know their body, so
Yes.
they know what looks good on them.
Okay.
And you also, on that day, they have to be confident.
Yes.
They have to feel like they look beautiful and they're comfortable. And so
So we're actually looking at a lot of these designs right now on screen. Tell me a little bit about what you are bringing to this fashion show. Are we seeing a lot of beadwork, Rhett, or what?
yes, I'm
Yes.
doing some beadwork, but very simple silhouettes, not so big.
Okay.
I left that up to Ezra.
Okay, there's really something for everyone. I mean, of course, Val here. What can we expect naman from your designs tomorrow?
Like
What
I
have you
said,
prepared for us?
it will be a mixture of my aesthetics as
Okay.
a bridal designer. So some are mostly, I think, ball gowns, I would say. Big, I mean.
Yes.
And then some sexy silhouettes.
Okay.
For sure.
How different is it designing and creating a gown for a wedding as opposed to, in the pageantry, which all of you are quite familiar with?
Well, I think it's brides would also like to look like beauty queens for
yes,
sure.
that's right, yeah.
So I mean, it's not that, it's quite easy to, the transition would be easy for a bride to look like a beauty queen on her wedding day also.
I mean, I think that is the dream, for a lot of us women. Okay, Ez, I'll end with you. Do invite everybody, and of course, what can we expect from you in the coming future?
Okay, well, there's a lot of plans, and I would just like to invite everyone to, on June 22nd, to please have a look of what beautiful wedding dresses all of my co-designers are doing at Marry Me at Marriott, and an era of a new beginning, an era of friendship, an era of fabulousness and glamour
There you go.
at Marriott.
There you go. An era of lots of winning moments with these
Exactly.
wonderful designers. I mean, it's lovely seeing all of you here. And thank you so much from Dubai and everywhere that you guys join us here on set here at CNN Philippines. Once again, Ezra, Rhett, Val, Albert, thank you so much for joining us this morning here on New Day.